Tesla Model Y fails to meet range claims year-round. The claimed driving ranges of 4 all-electric crossovers were put to the test by the non-profit organization Consumer Reports in 3 temperature settings to find out just how much of an impact the weather has on a battery-powered car's ability to go the distance. The Tesla Model Y long range, Ford Mustang Mach-E extended range, Hyundai Ioniq 5, and Volkswagen ID.4 Pro S were tested in the same manner by the same drivers, driven in a caravan on 3 different days: a frigid one, a mild one, and a warm one. Some of the findings are barely a surprise, like the fact that an EV's driving range suffers the most in cold climates. But one thing that stands out among the 4 cars is the Tesla Model Y's inability to reach its EPA-rated range of 326 miles. Even when the outside temperature wasn't as low as to affect the battery chemistry. Tesla Model Y. In the Consumer Reports test, which consisted of constant cruising on the highway at 70 miles per hour, 112 kilometers per hour on a 142-mile 228 kilometers round trip, the Model Y's calculated real-world range was down to 186 miles 299 kilometers in cold weather. An average temperature of 16 degrees Fahrenheit or 8 degrees Celsius. By comparison, the Mustang Mach-E, with its official range of 270 miles 434 kilometers, got a cold weather result of 188 miles 302 kilometers, while the Hyundai Ioniq 5 achieved a real-world cold weather range of 183 miles 294 kilometers. With the EPA estimate saying it could travel 256 miles 412 kilometers on a single charge. 2023 Ford Mustang Mach-E Premium. At the same time, the Volkswagen ID.4's EPA-rated range of 240 miles 386 miles was impossible to achieve in freezing temperatures, with a real-world result of 170 miles 273 kilometers. In mild weather conditions, with a temperature of 65 degrees 18 degrees Celsius, the ranges of all 4 EVs improved by about 50 to 70 miles. All while staying under the official figures. In warm weather, however, with a temperature of 85 degrees 29 degrees Celsius, the same test revealed that the EPA range can be achieved or even surpassed, at least by some vehicles. The Mustang Mach-E and the ID.4 went above their official ratings, reaching 275 miles 442 kilometers and 256 miles 412 kilometers respectively, while the Ioniq 5 fell short of the official estimate by 2 miles 2023. Volkswagen ID.4S at the same time, though, the Model Y's calculated range in warm weather conditions was 274 miles 441 kilometers. Quite a bit lower than the EPA estimate of 326 miles 524 kilometers. Consumer Reports notes that Tesla's crossover is the lightest of the 4 vehicles, differing by more than 500 pounds from the ID.4, which is the heaviest, and by about 200 pounds from the Ioniq 5, which has a similar-sized battery 72.6 kilowatt-hours in the Hyundai and an estimated 81 kilowatt-hours in the Tesla. To achieve the real-world range results, the organization charged them to 100% overnight before each run, and then drove them on the same route with adaptive cruise control set at 70 miles per hour, and the widest gap available to minimize sudden braking or acceleration due to the surrounding traffic. The regenerative braking function was also set on the lowest available setting to level the playing field. Hyundai Ioniq 5. When the cars returned to the test center, engineers recorded the remaining range indicated by the EVs and applied the ratio of miles of range used versus miles driven throughout the trip to extrapolate what would be the total range for that specific trip. That ratio was also checked against the miles driven per each % of the state of charge SOC. Furthermore, the batteries weren't completely drained on purpose to reflect the typical user experience, as ICE-powered vehicles are also rarely driven until their fuel tanks are empty, Consumer Reports says. Source: reposted and summarized from Yulia Nistrin at Inside EVS.